Greetings and welcome, my name is Tobal, this is DUSTWIND. DUSTWIND is set in a post-apocalyptic world, and it's an isometric, real-time with pause tactical RPG, so this might bring to mind games like Wasteland, Wasteland 2, or even Fallout Tactics. Originally this game came out in August of 2018, but today it received a very large update that added a brand new single-player campaign. Before this, the game had kind of an online arena mode that included PvP, co-op PvE. It also comes with its own custom editor that was also updated in today's patch, so you're able to make your own scenarios, storylines, or arenas where everyone can battle it out. Before I get too much further, if you have the game or you're thinking about buying the game, I would really encourage you to play the tutorial. It was actually surprisingly quick, and it gave me all the information I needed to set myself up into the game world. There's actually a lot of interesting combos that you can do. For example, if you're in the middle of combat, someone can walk up to you and you can kick them pressing E and then have a chance to knock them on their butt and finish them off with your ranged weapon. So a lot of different combos are available in the game, and I would really encourage you to take a look at that. As far as our story goes, you are a mother whose daughter has been ripped from her arms in a bandit ambush, and your entire objective, your entire focus is to find your daughter and bring her home alive. I will say that the story mode starts out very, very slow, at least for me. But I did stick with it, and after a couple different map changes, you start to pick up the pace, and you're starting to go out into the world and fight larger and larger groups of enemies. So I would just encourage you, if you have the game, if you're kind of struggling through the early story, just stick with it. It actually gets a little bit better. And then you start to encounter maps that have quite a few enemies on them, so you have to be aware of ambushes, you have to make sure you're using cover, concealment, and make sure you watch your footing so you don't step on any mines. One of my favorite things about the game is the sheer variety of ways that you can use to defeat your enemies. There's not only, of course, the traditional melee and range, which by themselves have quite a few different weapons available, like pistols, shotguns, rifles. You also have C4, mines, and a vehicle that you can even man your turret with your own pet dog. I don't know why, but yes, that's a thing. So lots of ways to kill your enemies. One of the cool things, though, is that the engine that this game is based on has a wonderful ragdoll physics system to it. So when you blow your enemies up, you blow your enemies up. So we've talked about the game a bit in broad strokes. I want to show you a bit of some Let's Play gameplay so you can actually take a look and see what the game is actually like as you're playing through it. So right now I'm at my main camp, and you will get a camp pretty quickly into your main campaign. And my current mission, if I press tab and I go to my task screen, is to find a raider camp to get our vehicle. So we're actually going to be grabbing our first vehicle of the game. Now, to do that, all I have to do is leave the map onto a little square, and that's going to send me to kind of the world map, which is pretty low-key. It's really, you're going from pre-constructed map to pre-constructed map. And it looks like there's no, as far as I can tell, there's no, I would say, dynamic spawning or dynamic missions, but everything has been handcrafted. So it does kind of have that older style RPG feel to it, which is kind of fun. So let's take a look at our character sheet. As you're leveling up your character, you will start to get points available, and you can put those points wherever you see fit. So mostly, I've been focusing on light weapons with this character, and she has some points in melee attack, but I really want to stick with the light skill. I want to make sure I'm always as accurate as possible. Now, if I increase my accuracy over 100%, this will let me start aiming for different parts of the body, because as you see, we're getting a negative to hit whenever we're trying to aim for a specific body part. So by increasing our overall accuracy, that's going to let us start focusing on using, I can clip somebody to knock them down, or I can try to aim for the head and get a crit or a knockout. So to me, that's going to be something really, really important. And speed, I believe, is the speed at which you're recovering from your recoil. So that's all the weapon stats. We also have some generic stats about running speed, carry weight, how good your stealth is, and then the other skills like traps, medicine, and mechanics, which I've not really drove up too far. Now, I believe you're able to get companions in the game later on. I haven't gotten there yet, but you can pick up some companions. Alongside that, we also have stuff like the HP, how much HP you regenerate per minute, and then also things like traits. And so you can get vices, which give you a flat bonus to your points total right away. So one of them, for example, you randomly fall over. One of them you randomly fire in a random direction every so often because you're paranoid. But the rest of these might give you a permanent bonus to one particular skill. So you start the game with Bomb Whisperer and Hard to Kill. Hard to Kill is actually really useful. You get an additional 10% to all of your resistances. So that is what it is. We've got a couple of items in our inventory. I picked up a KA-75 rifle, which is still considered to be a light weapon. and I've got an improved pistol. So both of these are going to be doing decent damage. I've got a couple of mines in my inventory, no grenades, and some first aid stuff. So let's get on our way. We do have a couple of traders here, by the way. And so that's what I actually just bought and sold with one of my traders on the base. Let's reset our aim to nothing. So we're going to go on this mission. I want to show you what it's like just in general gameplay. And as I said, the first start of the story was a bit slow, but I'm kind of starting to get into it a little bit more. Now, the world map is almost kind of represented or similar to Wasteland. If you remember the Overland map in Wasteland, it was pretty much like go from here to somewhere else, except I believe in Wasteland you had a bit more interactive type of map. So we're going to head over to this North Raider camp. Now, as far as I know, there's nothing that happens during your overland travel. All right, we've reached the camp of where the vehicle is supposed to be. So I think trying to charge forward on the gate is probably not going to be the best idea in the world. So I'm going to try to skirt around the outside of the camp. We do have to be a little careful about mines. So whenever I get to a natural choke point, like right here, where the area is a little bit thinner, I'll always press S to stop my character and give them a second to kind of perceive around them and see if they have any mines come up. What I'm going for is there's a little building over here tucked in the corner, and I'm wondering if that's going to help us out at all. So the game does reward you for trying to find different entrances and different solutions to your problem. Also, we're not exactly like the most death-defying best shooter in the world. Oh, we got a sniper who's got a beat on us, and we're actually right in the open. Oh god. I'm going to try to rush over to this rock. I'm probably going to eat at least one shot. They have a complete clear view of me right now. They missed their first shot and their second shot, luckily. Awesome. All right, so we're going to have to try to get over to Mr. Sniper from where we are. I think trees block cover. Let's take a look. Not so much. Apparently trees are not going to protect you against the elements. Can we fire back? I believe he's going to win this battle if we try to do a shootout with the sniper. Alright, we were just lucky enough for him to miss. Let's go ahead and heal ourselves up a bit. Whenever you have a slot like this, some slots are dedicated. So you'll see these boxes here. These are dedicated to certain items or skills. So the first skill or slot is going to be your medicine slot. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself a full-on med kit and do a bit of healing. The size of the med kit and also your skill in medicine determines how much you heal based on how much you use as well. So if you want to try to stretch out your first aid stuff, you'll always want to try to have some kind of a medic on your squad. I don't have any grenades. I do have a mine, but really I can't do much with that. So I'm probably going to have to charge this guy's outpost. Unless I run across the road and try to come from here, but I'm pretty sure we're going to have to just come right on in. So I'm going to switch to a pistol, and I'm going to give myself the goal of running right to the corner of the building. This is going to suck because he's going to get a lot of shots on us as we come up. So here's to hoping that we're faster than he is. There's the first shot. He took it. He got two really great shots on us, which is awful. Let's try to come around the corner and see if we can kick him down. So we're right next to him right now. I want to walk right up to him, kick him, and then we'll try to finish him off with our pistol. The closer you are to a sniper, the worse they have for a shot. So keep that in mind. If you have an enemy sniper who's in your face, if you charge them, they're going to have a lower chance to hit you than if they were far away. What a great shot. I do love the gore system in place. Alright, so he had a sniper rifle, which we'll pick up because, hey, that's free money. And we're going to spend a little bit of time healing. We also can see that there is a level up on our character's icon. So not only do you get points, I think, from killing people, every so often you get like a generic level. I've not seen a number anywhere in terms of what level you are, so I don't know if it's just a behind-the-scenes calculation or what, but I believe we're just shy of getting the next step of light accuracy, and I really want that so I can start aiming for different body parts. Alright, so we've fought yon sniper, and we're all healed up. I kind of want to keep close, though, in case there's another sniper hanging around. But again, we're going to try to skirt this area and go over to where this little building is. Alright, I've got two enemies out in the field. Both of them are melee raiders, so I'm actually going to just go ahead and stop, crouch, and let my character do the auto-attacking. As soon as they come into range, she's going to start attacking. I believe I can go ahead and get this one person done. Okay, so the next guy's about here. Let's stand up. Let's try to kick him down with E. Okay, he was able to get kicked down. He's got a brutal hit. If we don't kill him, we're going to have to run. Okay, good. Holy crap. One shot from that sword almost killed us completely. Hey, but now we have a plasma blade. Lovely. A melee weapon. It actually uses energy, which is kind of cool. I've not spotted the energy yet, so that's good to see. God, that hurt. Let's grab the incendiary. Ooh, wow. No, sorry, this is a type of ammo. I thought this was a explosive. This is an incendiary shot for shotguns, which we don't have any right now, but who's to say we won't find one later on in our campaign here. Something else I noticed, there's actually a hole in the fence back here in the corner of the compound. So I think we're going to try to do, go over where that fence is instead. That might let me get behind. Oh god, sniper up on a balcony. Lovely. Maybe not. Maybe I won't be doing that. He's up on the top of some building. I don't really want to mess around with the sniper right now again. So let's do this. Let's run between cover. All I have to do is break his line of sight. And I think the best way to do that is to cross over into this valley. Let's move over to here. And then we're going to sprint over on this side. He got one shot, two, and he missed. And I think that's it. Oof. Yeah, this game is really brutal when it comes to snipers. You can really get messed up very, very quickly if you're not paying attention. So I made it over to this building, and it's actually completely protected by a barricade, but I believe I should be able to blow the barricade up. Let's go ahead and throw a grenade. We'll back up just a bit. That actually didn't do any damage to the barricade. That's funny. Let's see. Instead of wasting all of our ammo, let's go ahead and try to hack this thing down. Oh, there we go. We're doing a ton of damage for melee. Wow, that's actually a lot of damage. I'll tell you what. Why don't we keep this powered swing thing available? The blade, the electro blade, and we'll use it as a last-ditch emergency in case we get in someone up in our face. Right, so this is the building on this side of the world. Now, the one thing I don't like all that much about the gameplay right now, you're able to see everywhere. So apparently I can actually go through and see completely what's on the map. You can't see enemies, but I can see, for example, I'm supposed to find some kind of a switch later on, and I can see the switch is already highlighted. So that's one thing I really don't like. There's no dynamic vision like you would find in most traditional RPGs. Yeah, that powered swing is super, super strong. Holy cow. I've been able to, like, two-shot most people that come up to me. There was one more guy who's running up from the bottom. Now, the only bad thing about the powered swing is it looks like it's taking 5 per actual strike, which is pretty savage. So that means that's going to go through really, really quickly, and we're going to run out of ammo for that. But you know what? As a last-ditch emergency option, that's not too shabby. So I've explained most of the options for you. I'm going to just go ahead and let you see and watch some of the gameplay as we go. Alright, I've hit my switches. I'm heading over to the garage now. So we pretty much cleared out all the buildings. Now, I did do some things out of order, so I'm still getting the markers to go hit some switches. So the game doesn't quite... It knows when you've hit a switch. Like, I basically hit a switch before I came to the garage. And it got a little sassy at me, but I think overall it's fine. Let's go ahead and get into the vehicle. This is the first time I've actually had a vehicle outside of the tutorial, which is kind of cool. I think you can switch over between the gunner spot as well as... There we go. I can actually loot the vehicle, I think. You can switch between the gunner and the driver spot, and you can have a partner who's in your turret. For some reason, you can have a dog in your turret, and I'm not entirely sure why, but that's fine. It's no big deal. Let's see if we can squeeze through here. I do think the maps are kind of... they're big enough to have the vehicle... Oh, hi. They're big enough to have the vehicle, but they don't always seem to make sense. Can we just... Oh my god, what happened? Okay, apparently there's no destruction. You cannot, in fact, run right through the fence. Nice. Let's find the main exit, I guess. That's great. And there we go. That's the end of the mission. We're going to return to the world map and complete our quest. Thanks so much for joining me, my friends. I hope this video was helpful to you. I have not really played farther into the campaign than this, so it's hard for me to say how long the campaign goes. Is it worth the money? There's definitely some bugs out there, absolutely, but I think the dev team is still working on them pretty hardcore. Remember, in addition to the single-player mode, there is a multiplayer mode that I've not really checked out all that much, so it really depends on what the population of the community is like. But if you have any questions about the game, there are some folks over in their Discord. I'd also check out the Steam page to see what the Steam recommendations are and see if you'd like to pick up the game. Thanks so much for joining me for this gameplay video of DUSTWIND. If you have any questions about it, please let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to support this channel, I do have a Patreon. You can find that link in the description as well. And feel free to subscribe if you like this type of content. I will be doing more of this style of video, what is X, Y, or Z game in the near future. Until next time, my friends, take care. I've been Tobo, you've been awesome. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.